all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Welcome back. Beck's Banner live on North American Talk Radio, The Natter. I'm an old man. I'll explain here in a minute. All right. I had to open my Gatorade there. I am the old man yelling at the clouds. I swear, me and technology sometimes. How are you doing Monday evening? Are you having a good day? The Monday morning blues are over. We're in full swing. I come home from my job, my profession. Haven't touched the MacBook, the mixer, the monitors since I did my last show Friday night. Monitor 2 won't come on. Mixer's not being registered on the MacBook. I refire everything up, shut down, restart, replug in. I have no idea what's going on. I don't know if it was divine intervention. Divine intervention? Or what? But then I finally got everything working. And then a couple other things happen. I'm trying to schedule out the radio station, North American Talk Radio. We're hoping to add some personalities here soon. And yeah, it's a hassle. And you know, I'm not that old. I don't think so. 51, almost 52. Is that old? I don't know. It feels old some days, especially with technology. I have no idea what I was doing wrong. None whatsoever. And 7 o'clock hour is barreling down on me. And I'm like, oh no, I'm not going to make it. I made it. It's okay. Everything's fine. Hopefully you listened to Mike Said It First at 4, every Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern Time. That was a good show. A couple of similar topics, but, NFL's almost in full swing now. College football, we had some games this past weekend. We'll talk about Iowa State, Kansas State, and my hang up with preseason expectations or prognostications, predictions. They're just that, folks. I mean, everybody's got them, right? We'll talk a lot of NFL news. And we're going to start with the Browns. But before we get into it, this is North American Talk Radio. You can find us at NA for North American, natalkradio.com or .us. If you want to participate in the show, feel free. You can text or call 330-800-4219. That's a Google Voice number. It's free. Or if you create a fan profile on the website, natalkradio.com or .us, right under the player, you can participate as well. There's a cool private chat function on there, too, for the fans. If you want to talk to each other, badmouth us. We're on Simple Radio and radio.net for live. Should be on Radio FM sometime this week. And we're hoping early September we'll be on TuneIn. Just kind of waiting to pull the trigger on that. Replays are on Spotify and the 12-Ounce Sports YouTube page, which I think we will assume ownership of that in October. They have one more big event in Montana that they need to handle. Speaking of handle, Flacco for the Browns, showing why he's a veteran. making all the right moves, saying all the right things. I can't remember. Hopefully I'm not too loud. Adjusting my levels now. Like I said, I was frantic before the show. I don't remember the last time there's been this much talk and controversy and debate over a third or fourth stringer, a fifth round pick, I believe he was, about whether he's going to be third or fourth string, Shilo Sanders. It's all the rage right now. And we'll get into some of the most absurd things I've heard. But this is Flacco, Grant Puskar on X, if that's how you say his name. His caption is, "This is really cool from Joe Flacco and really awesome perspective on the Shilo Sanders stuff." Here we go. Oh, and it's not on. Oh, hold on. Why are we not registering here? Okay, so now it's not working again. Let's try another. I swear.
But a big thing, even just
Okay, that one's working. So why isn't this one working? I want to hear Joe Flacco, and we're going to do it. Huh. It's the tweet. For some reason, the tweet's not. But anyway, Joe Flacco, classy take on it. That's really weird, though, because the other ones are working. Maybe I'll try to reopen it. Sorry, folks, this is great radio. I mean, I'm not sure why we can't hear it, so I'm going to try it again. Nope, it's just a flawed tweet, I guess. Huh, I didn't notice that earlier. Flacco with the veteran take on it, though. A lot of the buzz is because of who his dad is. They talked about him a ton in college, even at Jackson State. Everybody's going nuts, though. I mean, now we got people on major networks blaming Stefanski. Stefanski? What did he do wrong? Do you really think that Coach Stefanski would purposely hold down a particular player, which could hurt the team, right? That could hurt the team, purposely trying to hold back Shilo Sanders. Most absurd take I've heard. And, Stefanski is known to be really good with quarterbacks. So again, another reason to say that's a terrible take on what's going on. They're playing who they got to play. You played them with a bunch of third string linemen that got cut the next day. Right, but he didn't always play with the third string linemen. Right? He's had opportunities with first and second stringers. It's not like they stuck him with the bums that aren't going to make the team all preseason. He's had a chance. And furthermore, as we said last week when it came to Anthony Richardson, a lot of these guys, now I understand, like your time in the NFL is not long-lived. There's not a lot of LeBron Jameses in the NFL that play for 25 years. Or we can go to the NFL. There's not a lot of Tom Brady's that can play into their 40s. So I understand you want to strike while the iron is hot, but you're a rookie. You're a rookie, and you're going to get plenty of opportunity. Joe Flacco isn't going to be around a while. And the Browns are thinking, Stefanski's thinking, we have a veteran that we probably should have kept, let him go to the Colts for a year. We have him back. He took us to the playoffs, and we have two rookies that now we can groom a little bit, give them time, and go from there. What do you think the real difference between, because I don't know what they're going to do with Kenny Pickett either, but what do you think the real difference is going to be between Shedeur being second or third string? You might say, well, if Flacco gets banged up, second stringer comes in. Okay. But even when Dylan Gabriel is out there, that in a weird way is giving Shedeur a chance to look better. Because, you have practice. There's times they're going to call, you're not going to get as many reps as Flacco. If you're third string instead of second string, you're not going to get as many reps as Dylan Gabriel. But if Dylan Gabriel goes out there and craps the bed, but let's say he doesn't. Let's say Gabriel looks good if he does get some time in the regular season. Shedeur, you'll play somewhere. Unless you're married to Cleveland, which I find it hard to believe. It's not this year or bust for you, right? And he's not really, and to be fair, I'm not even being fair here with my wording. He's not really the one complaining. It's the big names, the people on the big networks. And I've even heard race. Come on. This has nothing to do with this. Kevin Stefanski is not a racist. He's not purposely holding down Shilo Sanders because of his race. He looked terrible with linemen that the other quarterbacks have had to play with. Tyler Huntley came in and drove us down, get a game-winning field goal with the same line, right? And then, people overreact, they get emotional online, but then you see some tweets out there, people showing a perfectly formed pocket that he didn't step into like you have to in the NFL. He tried to roll out backwards 20 yards and got himself in trouble. You can get away with that at Colorado. So, see, he's got room to grow. He's got a ton of room to grow. He's not ready. And everybody's making this out like if he doesn't move up the depth chart now, they're going to ruin his career. Can we table that for a second? In this fast food society, everybody wants immediate results out of everything. Let's just pump the brakes a little bit. We haven't even gotten to the regular season, and it's already out of control with this stuff. And I know some of it is, people need something to talk about until the season starts, but we're overreacting. We're overreacting. It'll be okay. And I wish the Flacco soundbite, we'll try to find it somewhere else because I thought it was a good one. Whatever tweet that was, it just, the sound wasn't working, and I really would like to hear him. Let's see if we can find it now. No. Well, it's probably going to be hard to find at this point. You type in Flacco and X, and you got video from 15 years ago, so I don't think we're going to get there. There's Robert Griffin III's one of them, complaining that he didn't get a fair shake against Dylan Gabriel. There's no conspiracy. That's all I'm saying. Stefanski's job is to win. He wants to win. He's shown that he wants to win. There's no conspiracy here. Okay? Now, let's move on. We brought it up. Oh, I didn't bring it up. It was in my notes. Brought it up. It happened Saturday. I haven't had a show since then. I told you I'm getting old, man. Monday. It was actually kind of a hectic day at the office, so I'm still trying to get my head right here. Kansas State fight. This is interesting. The Kansas State quarterback's father and brother were at the game in Ireland. Oh, and they've had a few points, I'm guessing. Right? So Avery Johnson's dad, Mark, and his brother, Anthony, a video broke out Saturday night after the game. It was a wild game. Iowa State won over Kansas State. But father and son got in a punching match, if you can believe it. I mean, they were going after it too. I mean, they were getting after it. It was a serious fight. This is after Iowa State won 24-21 in a season opener Big 12 conference game in Ireland, and rivalries or rivals. They called it Farmageddon. But they've released a joint statement. This is from Mark and Anthony Johnson, the father and brother, respectively, of Kansas State quarterback Avery Johnson. We sincerely apologize for our actions following yesterday's football game in Ireland. Senseless bickering escalated into an unnecessary fight. We have resolved our differences and take full responsibility for our actions. We have apologized to our immediate and extended family and now extend our apologies to Kansas State University, its alumni, and fans. We regret this incident, have learned from it, and are committed to ensuring it doesn't happen again. Please accept our deepest apologies. I don't know how old Anthony Johnson is, but can Mark now cut him off, take the car keys, make him sleep out in the garage? Like, what do you do here? you get in a fist fight with your son, is there a punishment coming? Like, I don't know. How do you even get to that level? I'm assuming, and this is all assumption, Anthony Johnson is an adult. I mean, I don't know. I'm sure plenty of kids that aren't adults got in a fist fight with their dad, but embarrassing stuff. And that was after the embarrassment of losing, because Kansas State was the preseason favorite to win the Big 12. But they ran into an Iowa State team coached by Matt Campbell. And their quarterback, Beck, he didn't have great numbers, but he accounted for all their touchdowns, 2 passing and 1 rushing. And college football's in full swing now, because we had an upset in a rivalry game, and then we had fisticuffs between the losing team's quarterback's father and brother. So we're in mid-season form in college football. Just like that, week 0. Okay, more technology issues. And a funny story, Little League World Series. So we're going to play the clip. It's pretty funny stuff, but I think Connecticut, the Connecticut pitcher, Brian Palazzolo said, they asked the kids, what's your dream job? And then it goes in the graphic. Well, this kid said his dream job is to be an actuary. Now, did I cheat? I did. I had to look it up. An actuary is a risk assessment and management professional who uses mathematics, statistics, and financial theory to analyze the financial cost of future risk and uncertainties, which I should know what that is. I have a business degree. But, I mean, my head wasn't there because it was a little leaguer. You wouldn't think a 12-year-old would already be thinking, I want to be an actuary. And they primarily work for insurance companies in pension planning, designing policies and plans, calculating premiums, etc. Well, to nobody's surprise, and I don't blame them, the announcers at ESPN, the caption said the little leaguer whose dream job was actuary may have broken the ESPN broadcasting booth. Here you go.
Okay, let's talk about the dream job. An actuary. Fraser, you ever have that thought?
Of what?
Being an actuary?
No, I have not.
Well, Jess?
No.
Brian Palazzolo. I think that's a first in about 20 years. But I've seen somebody say actuary. Todd, you know what an actuary does?
No, I need a good explanation, please.
Jess?
Nada.
Ravi?
The actuary is the person that kind of goes and puts a value.
So this actually goes on for a while. I don't mean to play the entire clip, but funny stuff there. The crew is like, what? They were, as you probably are sitting at home thinking, a 12-year-old. So I want the backstory, though. Does the kid's dad do something similar? Somebody in the family, maybe a friend's dad? Or is this kid just beyond his years smart? It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell. We got to take our first break. We didn't get very far into the topics, but that's okay. We're going to talk about being struck by lightning and finishing the game. That's a man's man. They don't make them like that anymore. And we have some live baseball going on right now. The Orioles just tied it in the bottom of the third with the Red Sox 1-1. Listening to Beck's Banner live on North American Talk Radio. Break 1. We'll be back in about 2 minutes. Stick with us live on Simple Radio, radio.net, our website, natalkradio.com or .us. Feel free to chime in when I come back, 330-800-4219. See you in 2.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
We're back. Beck's Banner live on North American Talk Radio. I'm in Northeast Ohio. Not sure where you are, but we've had a nice little cool down today. Loving this cooler fall type weather, and it usually means football season is upon us. It sure is, but we're near playoff baseball. So that's exciting as well. Speaking of baseball, I was going into the break talking about getting struck by lightning and finishing the game. Yesterday marked let me do my math here, 106th anniversary of when then Cleveland Indians pitcher Ray Caldwell was struck by lightning during the ninth inning in 1919. He got back up and recorded the final out to finish the game as he was the pitcher. I mean, have you heard of anything like that? And then a neat note there, 17 days later, he pitched a no-hitter against New York. So, Mr. Caldwell, here you go. That was a little loud, sorry. The volume was up a little bit. I hope I didn't blow your eardrums out. I apologize. Beck's Banner live on North American Talk Radio. You can participate if you're listening on Simple Radio or radio.net. You can call or text the show 330-800-4219, toll free. If you're listening on our website, natalkradio.com or .us, there's a chat function below the player, but you do need to create a free fan account. Don't worry, you're not going to get a bunch of emails if you do that. Going around the NFL, we had a lot of news about injuries and letting people go. The Raiders quarterback Aidan O'Connell, who has a special place in my heart because I am a Purdue graduate and that's where he played, fractured his wrist in the preseason finale, which has got to sting the Raiders. So Geno Smith is not going to have a viable backup, but he's going to be out 6 to 8 weeks. And I think to myself, I mean, that's got to hurt to lose. I mean, he's capable of starting for them. And that's where you're going to see a lot of headlines in the NFL and around other teams, not just them. Like, who did we lose in the preseason? Because you got to work people out. You got to get them some experience. But, man, that hurts the Raiders bad. because, like I said, Aidan O'Connell could very well have started for them. And he fractured his wrist Saturday night. He's expected to be out 6 to 8 weeks. That's going to make them go looking for a quarterback. So we go back to the Shilo Sanders thing. As I was telling people, you don't need to overreact about Shador maybe being four-string. There's going to be plenty of opportunity for him in the NFL. Of course, rookie Cam Miller, who's been vying for a roster spot, finished the game from the second quarter on for the Raiders. He ended up with 102 yards, 12 of 24 passing, not a good percentage. He should be now the backup to Geno Smith. But again, that means the Raiders may go looking for someone. So we kind of go a little bit full circle here when we're talking about Shador, people getting upset. Maybe he doesn't have an opportunity. There's going to be plenty of opportunity. And injuries are abundant in the NFL. Speaking of a Sanders and opportunity, Shilo Sanders was let go by the Buccaneers. And I've already heard talk of people wanting the Browns to pick him up. Could we see brothers playing on the same team, Shador and Shilo? I mean, that would be cool. I'm not sure of, how bad the Browns have that need of a guy that just got cut. Of course, it's the internet, so when the news broke that Shilo was released by the Buccaneers, the first comment is the racism in this league is deafening. I have news for people, and I know a lot of people are trying to get clicks and get attention, but in the NFL, if you think that Shilo Sanders was cut because of racism, 54% of the league is African American. I don't think that's why he was cut. I'm just saying. Is there a possibility that there's coaches or owners or front office people that kind of have that hate in them? Maybe. Blue Jays just put 4 on the Twins in the bottom of the first. They leave 4-0. But Shilo Sanders was not cut because of racism. I can promise you that. Again, these teams are businesses. They want to win. And again, going back to Shador, Shiloh's going to get his opportunities. He didn't fit for the Buccaneers. There's 31 other teams he can fit for. So I don't think we need to get carried away like that. But again, a lot of people say those things just to get clicks, when you have a system, I'm not going to rail on X too hard. I feel like the app's gotten better. But when you reward people for engagement and then they get paid advertising dollars based on how many replies are under your reply or your post, you're going to get people purposely saying outlandish things like that. Sorry, I was watching the U.S. Open tennis, and there was a good point there. So, yeah, crazy stuff. Before the next break, we're about the halfway point. I took the break last time a little too late. Taiwan's pitching coach, a funny moment. This is a first. This is a first. 2 Little League World Series topics in one show. After this break, I'm going to do the Taiwan pitching coach funny moment. Take a quick break. We have 2 sound bites that I'm going to go off on a little bit from big networks. Again, trying to make their mark, trying to get people to watch and listen to their sound bites. But before we do that, it was a fun moment. Little League World Series in the championship. Chinese Taipei winning 7-0 over Nevada. That was the final. We're in the last inning. I'm going to set the scene for you. It's pretty much over. There's already 2 outs. Chinese Taipei just needs to get 1 more out and not give up 7 runs. They win the Little League World Series. And the coach came out. Now, I'm going to play the soundbite, but the problem is it's not in English, so I'm going to translate for you. The pitching coach came out. He says, hey, you guys have been under the spotlight, and I haven't been. So everyone relax. I'm just out here to steal it for a little bit. The girls in Taiwan are watching you guys. Funny moment.
近乡情怯，这个教练上来， 讲讲话。
都你们在帅，我都没有帅到。我只是上来帅一下而已。
帅一下。
打脸还是一脸。
So this is obviously the Chinese Taipei broadcast.
教练出来抢一点镜头啊！可以。
记得台湾的女朋友都要看你们哦。
Fun moment, Little League World Series. I love the Little League World Series. I can't talk tonight. I got to get it together. Fun little moments like that you get to see. I'll be right back. We're going to have some fun moments here to close out the show. We're halfway through. Another 30 minutes to go. Beck's Banner live on North American Talk Radio. I appreciate you listening. We'll tell you how you can chime in when I come back. Give me 2.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Coming at you live, North American Talk Radio, Beck's Banner, Monday through Thursday. Where's my cursor to stop the music? Monday through Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Most Mondays through Thursday. Daddy got a little date invite on Wednesday night, so we're going to replay tomorrow night's show Wednesday. Just a little warning there. But if you want to participate and prognosticate and communicate, you can text or call the show 330-800-4219. I'm in my home studio, my home office. I don't have a call screener. You call, I answer, even if you're a telemarketer. Or if you're listening on our website, natalkradio.com or .us, there's a chat function under the player. The hosts are told to keep an eye on it during their show. You'll need to create a free fan account, though. Don't worry, you won't get a bunch of emails. It's just to chat and have conversation on the website. So I assume that'll get bigger once we get bigger. That's what she said. Hey-oh! I should have played my... Anyway, moving along, the nose wipe has been banned in the NFL. Are we overthinking this, NFL Rules Committee? Like, I've long said, if you've known me off the air, you definitely know this. The NFL rule book, I mean, it's getting thicker than the Bible at this point. Is it really necessary to start banning little things like I don't even know. This is how old I am. I don't even know what it means. I just know that they run their arm and hand across their face mask like they're wiping their nose. I assume they have a sniffle and they don't have a tissue on them. But it was performed, and the Rules Committee said they're cracking down on all this stuff, but it was during the Browns-Rams preseason game, and Browns defensive end Isaiah McGuire makes a nice stop, gets up, does a little dance, and then the nose wipe. And Mr. Referee, not on my watch. I mean, he threw the flag about 5 stories high. And, you know, the caption from Dov Kleeman, who's a well-known NFL personality online, said, "What happened to the sport we love?" Now, if I'm going to get inside of the Rules Committee, they're trying to crack down on vulgar gestures. Is this one? I don't know. I would love to hear from a listener. I don't know I don't even know what it means, honestly. I kind of tongue-in-cheek said it looks like he has a sniffle, but honestly, I don't know why that's considered an infraction. And the NFL does this every single year. They add more and more things. It's like, who is in the front office? Who are in these meetings that they're so out of touch? Like, some things can go. I mean, I know the old Key and Peele sketch, the joke. You can't have 3 pumps in your celebration, only 2. That third one's going to get you a flag. Okay, kids are watching. That's vulgar. But even if kids are watching this, does that mean something bad that I don't know? Maybe I'm the one out of touch. Maybe it does mean something bad. But when we start to get, we're going to split hairs. I remember in the 80s when I was first, just a little kid, little tyke, they'd ban all kinds of you couldn't celebrate at all. And it seems like we're navigating back to that. And again, I know the spirit of it. It's because some of the celebrations are getting a little vulgar, a little violent, pretending like you're shooting somebody. We don't need that in the game. But let these guys dance around and have a little fun. After all, it's a game. So I'd say if it's not violent or vulgar, the 2 V's, let's kind of narrow down the rule book here. It's taken out the fun. You've partnered with gambling institutions. And that's an issue because the more rules you have, the little petty ones like this, the nose wipe's a penalty. Well, you didn't call it last game. So now people are like, oh, are these games fixed? That comes into play too. So now I'm looking on X, and a guy at Rob MF Sports says the nose wipe is gang violence affiliated, for anyone wondering. Okay. Well, that could put some perspective on that then. I don't know what gang or what it means. And then somebody said, well, that's too close to the throat slash gesture. Yeah. Again, we're splitting hairs. I don't want them to ban all celebrations. But again, if it is gang related, I guess I can understand the NFL's take on that. I've never heard of it. I don't have my ear to the ground to gang gestures though. Unfortunately, not unfortunately. Hold on. Fortunately, I meant. So I don't know. Who knows? It's just the NFL does this every year. They do it every year, and then they stop enforcing it about week 3. So be prepared for that as well. What I wasn't prepared for is these people, ESPN, Fox Sports, even North American Talk Radio, when games aren't in full swing, yeah, we need things to talk about. But Sam Acho on ESPN criticizing Caleb Williams of the Bears because his socks aren't pulled all the way up. Like, is that what it's come to? Here's a 20-second soundbite that is just, I think it's a terrible take.
Another thing's a little thing, but a big thing. Even just some of the uniform stuff. Look at the socks that are halfway down. He did the same thing last week. You saw DeAndre Swift do the same thing as well. It's not a huge deal, but when you're looking at a franchise quarterback, a leader of the team, you want to be in full uniform. You want to be a guy that other teammates can look to. And it's something that you can point to when you do have penalties and you're sloppy. You're saying, man, this guy doesn't even focus on the little things. So those are two things, the sloppiness from his play and trying to focus on the little thing.
So we're going to pull in his socks here. His socks are an indication. It reminds me of the old days when I was younger and you were expected to wear a suit and tie to church. It's like, does my attire, does that meter or calculate my faith in God based on how I'm dressed? And I'm a corporate guy, so I know, you dress for success, but do we know that his socks didn't get pulled down during a prior tackle? Like, this seems petty, and it seems like we're just looking for excuses to criticize these guys, especially when they have a bad game. Do his socks really matter? By the end of a football game, you're dirty, you got grass stains, maybe some blood, and Sam, who's played in the NFL, is concerned that Caleb Williams' socks aren't pulled up high and tight. Like, come on. And I don't know if it's a case of you're just trying to nitpick and find something so later in the year you can say, see, I told you, if he has a bad season. Or they're dying for the regular season to start, so they need something to talk about, and they're looking for little things. I don't know that that's an issue. There's been great players in history that didn't really have OCD when it comes to how tight their jersey looked, right? Archie Griffin used to get up slow every play. Nowadays, they'd be like, see, he doesn't pop right up. He doesn't look like he's into this. Now, we found out years later, Archie Griffin, he wanted the other team to maybe think they were hurting him, even though he was full strength. But, I think of baseball players, basketball players, some of them keep their shirt untucked. For superstitious reasons, don't wash their uniforms every week. And we got guys on TV, major networks, billion-dollar networks, saying, yeah, I think Caleb Williams having his socks down halfway is a bad sign. Are we sure? Are we sure? And now, for the most absurd thing I've ever heard, maybe not ever, but when it comes to preseason rhetoric, it's probably up there in the top 10 most absurd things I've ever heard, is guys talking about a football player being too ripped, having too many muscles, and it's a bad sign, and it's probably going to ruin his career. Yeah, this happened. It's 1 minute and 8 seconds long. I may cut it off short, but this actually took place on the Bill Simmons podcast.
Why the did you bulk up like this is actually ridiculous? What are you doing, guy? And we all have Marvin Harrison. So do your rant about Harrison.
So Marvin Harrison Jr. obviously had a disappointing rookie year.
To say the least.
I still maintain that if his name had not been Marvin Harrison Jr., if it had been like Dave Harrison, son of Marvin, Malik Neighbors would have gone over him. So he's drafted and has this disappointing year, and he comes in this year and he's absolutely ripped. He's got the huge biceps, like he's added 10 pounds of muscle. And I'm like, you're a wide receiver. Why are you having big biceps? Why are you getting your arms larger?
Nobody was ever like, you know what Marvin Harrison Jr. needs? 10 more pounds of muscle.
No.
That's what he was missing.
I remember David Boston way back on Arizona. Just got really jacked, but he had a couple years where he was like one of the 8 or 9 best fantasy receivers. And then he just got too big.
Yeah.
And it was like his career was over.
It's like a desperation move. It's like getting out of a breakup and you just like get ripped.
I mean, here I am criticizing an NFL athlete, but I'm just like, I just kind of think.
Too ripped.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're going to pull out David Boston, who was nowhere. Yes, David Boston, really good receiver in college. Marvin Harrison Jr. had a lackluster rookie season in NFL, it had nothing to do with him, I don't think. That's a tough team to play on sometimes when Kyler Murray is scrambling around all the time. I just hate this take that he's got too many muscles. First of all, he was ripped in college. It's not a new thing. And do we know for a fact that's 10 extra pounds? Is that verified? And even if it is, has he lost a step? Like, we're not factoring everything in to this, what they think is probably a deep take, that Marvin Harrison Jr. got too big. He's got too many muscles. Again, it goes back to the socks argument. These people are just trying to nitpick and find something because the season hasn't started yet. I can't wait to see if first week he has 200 yards receiving, maybe the muscles helped. Yeah, so you're basically admitting that everything you just said is malarkey and you just wasted everybody's time saying it. Too big of muscles in the NFL. Yeah, okay. These are major shows too. Major shows. I think I need a major show. We'll be right back. Beck's Banner, live on North American Talk Radio. Oh, I love it. Monday night, the Monday Blues. You can participate, 330-800-4219. I'll be back in 2.
Want tickets for less while helping grassroots radio? Well, at North American Talk Radio, we've partnered with a top ticketing platform to give our listeners the best prices to all the best events. Whether it's a concert, theater performance, or a sporting event, North American Talk Radio has you covered. Go to natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu. Watch all your favorite events in person. That's natalkradio.com or .us and click the Event Tickets tab on the menu.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Are you ready to place bets? Join MyBookie today and discover exciting opportunities. North American Talk Radio has partnered with the cutting-edge gambling platform to offer unique bets, several ways to play and win, and you can even use crypto to play. MyBookie offers a seamless platform for all your gambling needs, and MyBookie has you covered with a vast array of options. Explore their different markets and bet types. There's something for everyone. Discover MyBookie's special introductory offer by using North American Talk Radio's special promo code, which is 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, and you'll get a deposit bonus up to $1,000. MyBookie offers a thrilling experience, so sign up today and be sure to use the promo code 120Z Sports, all caps, no spaces, for huge cash bonuses. Get in the game and good luck.
BetUS and North American Talk Radio have partnered to bring you the preferred betting platform in the United States, and you will get a deposit bonus of up to 150% if you use promo code 120Z. Take it from me, I'm a cowboy and a gambler. I wrangle my bets on BetUS, and I use the promo code 120Z to get free money. Yee-haw! That's BetUS and promo code 120Z. Now giddy up.
Oh, welcome back in. Beck's Banner live on North American Talk Radio. Last segment. We're out of headlines, so we're going to get into some scores and situations. Some situations. You can still chime in, 330-800-4219 if you'd like to text or call that number, or if you're listening on our website, natalkradio.com or .us. There's a chat function. You will need to make a profile. So it might be too late for tonight. Who, sorry for the loudness, who had the Brewers on their bingo card as the best Major League Baseball team? If you did, hopefully you put a futures bet on it via MyBookie, our official sponsor for gambling, them and BetUS. They're kind of tied. Bay 1 and Bay 2, BAE. My bookie promo code 12OZ Sports, all caps, no spaces, deposit bonus up to $1,000. But if you put a futures on Milwaukee being the best MLB team this season, you might be looking at a good payday because they are by far the best. The only one over a 60% win percentage, 81 and 50. Run differential plus 159. 159. The next best is the team right behind them in the Central, the Cubs, at 126. Incredible things. Now, why am I saying who had them on their bingo card? Because they're 20th in payroll. They're in the bottom half of the league in payroll. They have spent $227 million less than the Mets. That's not sorted. Hold on. Let me get the total payroll. How do we sort this? Because I just noticed the Dodgers, they have is third. Oh, active payroll. So they're 20th in active payroll. They're probably worse. Can't rank this? They're probably worse than 20th then because they're only 112. Yeah, they're worse. They're 21, 22, 23, 20. They're 23rd in the league in payroll. And they're the best team in baseball. So it was sorted by, on this website, active payroll. I went by total payroll allocations. So yeah, impressive stuff. They're only 2 ahead of my Guardians, who they're in trouble. They're tied in the top of the 4th with the Rays 0-0. But they need to win, and they need to win quick because they are 12.5 out of the division. And why is my clicker not working today? And they are 5 out of the wild card, and they're not doing too well. They're 2-8 in their last 10. So let's get into it. First, let's talk some scores. Live scores, bottom of third. The Red Sox and Orioles are tied at 1. That's significant because the Red Sox are in a wild card chase. They only lead the Yankees by 1. No, they lead the Mariners by 1, a half game over the Yankees. That's hard to read that. Royals are 3 out, but they're right on the cusp. They're 71 and 60. The Yankees 70 and 60. The Mariners 70 and 61. Pretty crazy stuff there. But the real threat to the Red Sox are the Royals. They're 3 games out of the wild card. So it's do or die time for a lot of these teams. Red Sox are tied. Rays and Guardians are tied. Blue Jays trying to lock down the division. They're 4-0 over the Twins in the bottom of the first. The Twins can't get out of that inning. Blue Jays lead the East by 5. Braves, Marlins tied, middle of 4th. Yankees are leading the Nationals after 1-0. And the Phillies lead the Mets 1-0 in the bottom of the first. So we got a lot of late games tonight, including the Pirates, Cardinals. Reds and Dodgers has significance written all over it because the Reds, another Ohio team, trying to sneak in to the wild card. They're 1.5 out, and they've got the Dodgers tonight. The Dodgers, who actually lead the West by only, no, they're tied now. Dodgers and Padres are tied. The Padres have the Mariners tonight. So baseball's heating up. Baseball's heating up, and I will admit it's been a little bit of a weird summer with me. I haven't gone to any games. I watched a lot early in the season. The Guardians were looking bad. Not to get too personal, but a relationship had ended for me in the middle of the summer, so I didn't watch a lot of baseball. Baseball's not a good sport to watch if you're bummed out. So it is what it is. What I'm excited about, very excited, is college football kicks in. It already kind of did if you count the Ireland game. I don't know why we opened the season in Ireland. I love Ireland. It's the home country. But I don't know why we opened it there. But Iowa State, as I mentioned in the beginning of the show, knocked off Kansas State 24-21. Kansas State, of course, was the preseason favorite to win the Big 12. Our own Michael Carvelis at North American Talk Radio likes Arizona State, he said. Don't know if he placed any shekels on that. And the other games were UNLV beat Idaho State 38-31, so it looks like UNLV will probably not be the quality they were last year. Kansas, with all that money they got, $300 million I mentioned last week from a donor, knocks off Fresno State 31-7. Western Kentucky beat Sam Houston 41-24. And Hawaii, with a essentially one-legged kicker, or a one-legged quarterback, and a kicker from Tokyo who learned how to kick on YouTube. Yes, that was all the rage over the weekend. Beat Stanford 23-20. Papa won his first parlay of the year. First try, first win. And if you're wondering, yeah, I'm a real big spender. I spent $2 and $1.16. So a lot of money on the line. Yeah, $16. I probably won't spend it all in one place. We do have some games coming up Thursday. I'm looking forward to number 25 Boise State taking on South Florida. Ohio U, local flavor, taking on Rutgers. And then, folks, things get fun. I don't remember. I can't remember an opening weekend this big, this exciting, this electric. Now, I wished Ohio State, Texas was a night game. Fox Sports is going to continue to ruin Big Ten games, at least big ones, by making them at noon because they sunk a bunch of money into Fox Sports Noon, whatever they call it, Big Noon Saturday, whatever it's called. But that has, and this could be a rematch. I mean, it's a rematch of the playoffs last year, but it could be, game 1 of 2 if both these teams make the playoffs. Texas travels to Columbus. Of course, we'll have to return the favor next year and go to Texas, but number 1 versus number 3 is at noon. That's how our first full Saturday opens up the biggest game of the year. It will be for a while until things start shaking out. And other top 25 action, well, before that, Friday night, Western Illinois. Snoozer. At noon, also Syracuse, Tennessee. That might be on TV 2 in my living room. Nevada, Penn State. We'll see if Penn State lives up to the hype. Marshall and Georgia. Why is that big? My boss's nephew will be in that game as a, I believe, kick returner for Marshall. And I think my boss will be there. Not expecting too many good things. Probably be 70-0, but hey, it's cool to see your nephew playing at Georgia. Another big one, 3:30. I think it's a big one, but Alabama's favored by 13.5. I'm going to do my picks Thursday night, so I won't spend too much time on this right now. Alabama, Florida State. Other big ones, let's see. Kansas State has to play again. That's it. LSU, Clemson, 7:30. LSU, under Coach Kelly, has lost 5 openers in a row. So they're going to look to bounce back from that. And then we have some Sunday football this weekend. Virginia Tech and number 13, South Carolina. See if the Gamecocks can get keep the good vibes going, even though they kind of got shunned in the playoff. And then the nightcap on Sunday, a big one. Number 6, Notre Dame. Number 10, Miami. So it's a good time of year. It's a good time of year. NFL's about to kick off the season. I don't know why this is moving so slow. But week 1 is up next, so get your fantasy drafts going. We're going to try to have a fantasy guru on, Greg Cowan, in the near future. I got to reach out to him. He usually does YouTube shorts for us. I'm down to 45 seconds. But, NFL starts September 4th. Going to have to wait till next week, but it's that time of year. It's that time of year. How can you not be excited if you're a football fan? I'm excited you listened. This is Beck's Banner live on North American Talk Radio. Can't thank you enough for listening. I'll be back tomorrow night. Don't forget, you can participate. Check out our website on where to listen, how to chime in, natalkradio.com or LLWS. Plenty of ways to get in touch with us, listen to us, all that fun stuff. It's my time. I'm down to 5 seconds. Thank you for listening. Peace.